In the first video, I talked about the railroad that I'm thinking about building, and I showed you a little bit about AnyRail and also showed you the track plan and the room that I'll be building it in. In this video, I want to get into setting up AnyRail. Now I'm going to go from the point that you have no CAD experience, so if you do have a lot of CAD experience, just bear with me. So let's open up AnyRail, and this is pretty much what you'll see when you open it for the first time. So up at the top here, we have the quick access bar. I'll show you a little bit about that in a few minutes. And then we have what's called the ribbon. And you can set up different things. Here's your settings tab. Here's your show tab. Here's your insert tab. But for right now, we're going to go to File. And we're going to come down here to Options. And we're going to ignore all of these except for the Libraries tab. So go there, and what you'll want to turn on here is Symbols, Miscellaneous, and then select what scale you're working in. I'm working in an HO, so I have it selected. You can select multiple scales if you want. So I can select those. I'll have all three of them, but that might get a little bit confusing, so probably best just to leave it set for the scale that you're working in. One other quick thing is languages. You can select the language you want to use here. For right now, we'll just leave that in English. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go up here to User Objects. You want to come over here to Download New Items. Click on that. And this window will open up. And this is where you download all of the user design parts. These can be buildings, they can be trucks, they can be anything. So what you want to do is come over here. And once it opens, you'll see it starts counting. So it's going to look at 2,542 libraries. And it's going to tell you over here what it found new. Now, I've already downloaded most of the libraries, but there is one new one here. So we'll come up here. Now, if there were multiple ones, there would be checkboxes along here. And I could say, well, I want you to arrange the list by scale. Click Scale, and then they would come up by their scale. And you could scroll down and then select the ones you want for your scale. So we're going to download this guy. And we're just going to hit OK. And we're done there. Now I'm going to need to put in some track for the demonstration. So I'm going to come up here. And I'm going to go to Track Libraries. And these are all the track libraries that AnyRail has. So over here you can select Atlas. You can select Code 100, Code 83, TrueTrack. You can come over here to Faller. You'll see they only have one entry. We can go to Microengineering. There's all of their entries. I use the Walder, so we'll go over here, select that. And I use the Code 83. So let's put that up there. So there's my track library right there. If I want more than one library up, I can come over here. I can say Microengineering, Code 83. Now I have them both. To get rid of that, just hit the X. Or I could put up a library with buildings. So I selected the Woodland Scenics there. So there are all the Woodland Scenics buildings that have been designed. But for right now, let's just leave the track library up. If there are a lot of items in a library, you can resize it. Just come over here, grab it like that, pull it out, and it will resize it. Pretty much I like to keep it so it's showing 5 on each line. Now before we go farther, I want to point out that all of the Windows commands work in AnyRail. So you can use Control-Z, Control-X, Control-C, Control-V, which is sometimes faster than using a pull-up menu and selecting Paste or Cut. So this is our basic work area here. And right now it's about 15 feet and a little over 10 feet in this direction. And you can tell that by going here. And you'll see that the grid size is 12 inches. We'll get into that in more detail later on. But for right now, let's put in a piece of track because we're going to need that. So we're going to come over here. We're going to hover over this piece. You can see there's a 39-inch long Walder's Code 83 flex track. So let's just click on it. It will pop onto the screen right there. Now I can go select that. Just click the left mouse button. It turns green. Hold down the left mouse button while it's green. And I can move it anywhere I want. So let's add something else. Let's go up here and let's get a switch. So let's select this number 6 left turnout. Click on it. We'll grab it. And now watch what happens when I get close to the other piece of track. I get those 2 circles. That means it's going to snap the 2 pieces of track together. So I let go of my left mouse. There they are. Perfect alignment. Now, I need a couple more pieces of track for this. Let's select this guy with the left mouse button. I can copy in several different ways. I can use Control C, but I'm going to use a right click on my mouse and say copy. Now when I paste back in, I can use Control V if I want, but we're going to use the pop-up menu. So put your mouse where you want your track to be placed. Right click, hit paste. And I can do that again. AnyRail will put the track in where you had your mouse placed. So now let's put these pieces together. I'm going to hover right there. There's my blue. And now let's put this one on. So what happens here is, I'll put it on the diverging track. I get the blue circle, I let go the left mouse key, and it puts it in perfect alignment. When I select a piece of track, you'll notice that up here it changes to Tools, Track. And this is all the things that you can do with the track menu, and we'll explain that in more detail later on. So this is pretty cool, but now you want to look at your track in a little more detail. You want to be able to zoom in on it. So there are a couple of ways to zoom in. The first, and these two sort of work in concert together, is you come up here to View Scale, and you have a drop down up here. And currently it's set to 1 to 20. You'll notice down here there's a slider bar, and it too says 1 to 20. So I can come up here and I can say, well, I want to zoom in. Let's go to 1 to 10. Now it's zoomed in. Also notice that the slider down here has changed to 1 to 10. Now I could take that and adjust it that way. Or I can use the plus or the minus. The easiest way that I have found to zoom in and out is to use the mouse scroll wheel. And what you do is you place your mouse over just about where you want the center of your zoom to be. Hold down the Control key and zoom. If I rotate the mouse wheel the other way, it zooms out. And that's pretty much the easiest way to do that. Now, say I want to move this drawing up or down. I can use the slider bars on either side or at the bottom. If I just turn the mouse wheel, I can go vertically. If I hold down Shift, I go horizontally. The easiest way to do this, though, is to hold down your right mouse button, and then when you move the mouse the tiny bit, you'll notice it turns into a hand. And now I have free control over how I want to move my drawing. Combine that with Control, zoom in and out. You can see how easy that is. All right, so now we're zoomed in, but now we want to see the whole drawing. So we come up here, we're in the Home menu, we hit Fit to Window, and boom, it shows you the entire drawing. One thing a lot of CAD programs have is they have keyboard shortcuts, and unfortunately AnyRail does not have keyboard shortcuts. For example, I could set a shortcut with the letter F, and every time I press F it would go Fit to Window, but they don't have that. I hope they include that in a future version. But the next best thing is you come up here to the Quick Access menu, and I can add items to here. So let's go through there and see how we do that. So the first thing we'll want to put in is we want to put in Fit to Window. So I'll hover over that, right click, and then it says Add to Quick Access Bar. There it is. So now I can come down here, I can zoom in all I want, and instead of having to go back, say I was in the Settings menu, instead of having to go back to Home to get there, now I can just come up here and hit that. So let's add the ones I think are useful. On Home, I usually keep Fit to Window and Layers. So let's put Layers in. We'll explain Layers later on. Go to Show. Let's put in Center Line and Track. Insert. Well, let's put in Line, add Line. Because if you want to draw a line quickly, it's easier to just go up to the quick menu bar and grab it there. You're going to want to measure things. So let's put in, we'll add the ruler. And you want to put text in. So let's put text up there as well. Track libraries. I like to put in the track library I'm working with, just in case it accidentally gets erased or I need to erase it for some reason. I can get to it quickly through the quick access bar. Object libraries, I don't put anything in. User objects, I don't really put anything in. Settings, not really anything here on settings that you might want to put in. You might disagree with me and there's something there that you really want, but for the most part, if I need to do anything in settings, I'll just go to that menu. One really cool thing you can do with AnyRail is you can move your libraries around the screen. I can place that anywhere I want on the screen. I can even take it, move it onto my other monitor if I want to open up more room. Now, when I want to redock it, I just hold down my left mouse key, and when I move it, you'll see all these arrows appear on the screen. This tells you where it's going to dock to. So this one is going to dock it to the left. This one will dock it to the right, top, bottom. So let's put it over here. Now let's say you wanted to put in a library with building. So let's go here. We'll select Woodland Scenics. And it pops up over here. I think that is the default to pop into the left. Now I can grab that. I can move it over here. Now by using this one, I can put it right next to the code 83. There it is. If I don't like that, I want code 83 on the other side, I can select it here. Now I have code 83 there. I like to work with them over here. It's just my preference. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy. In the next video, we'll talk about the Settings tab. And there's a lot to set up here. And we'll also talk about the grid and how to set the grid. So my recommendation right now is to go and look at the documentation for AnyRail and just play around with the program till you get a pretty good feel for what I've shown you here. So if you have any questions or you have any tips or shortcuts that I didn't include here, please let me know and we'll put them into the video. So see you in the next one for the Settings tab.